a 13-year-old boy is the author behind that threatening post, shared hundreds of times over the weekend, causing panic and tension for parents. An increased police presence was planned for the schools listed, but police say they are no longer concerned by that post. The 13-year-old is a student in the Green Bay area, and now the school is working closely with police to figure out what caused that student to write the post. There may even be charges involved for the teen, but police say it's a good time for parents to talk to kids about what they post on social media.
We want parents to know that they need to have these conversations with their kids, because anything they put on social media can be construed by somebody else. And everybody has a different perspective, and when they post messages out there for everybody to see, that can be taken several different ways.
Police say parents should be closely involved in their kids' social media accounts. Now, while this threat has been labeled a hoax, police say they still treat any and all threats very seriously until they can make that determination. And with the clown prank phenomenon sweeping across the country, many police say it's really just wasting resources and taking officers away from dealing with real issues. Keeping you connected live in Green Bay, Holly Baker, NBC 26.
A clown incident in Menasha has a couple there facing child neglect charges after they allegedly left their 4-year-old home alone for a few hours. Officers went to Appleton Road and Midway Road early Friday morning to investigate reports of people wearing clown masks and chasing cars. Police say a 26-year-old woman and 29-year-old man left their child unattended while they participated in the prank with a third person. The child is now in protective custody. Decision 2016 coverage tonight. The nation's highest ranking Republican, Wisconsin's Paul Ryan, telling fellow Republicans today he won't defend the party's candidate for president. This latest twist in the race comes on the heels of a fiery second debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. NBC's Steve Handelsman has the latest.
The day after, Hillary Clinton is pleased.
Well, you never saw anything like that before.
The NBC News Wall Street Journal poll finds Clinton nearly doubled her lead over Donald Trump after voters heard him on the bus from 2005. But running mate Mike Pence today saw a Trump turnaround at the debate.
He fought back and turned the focus to the choice that we face.
Despite the vulgar tape, Trump was combative, denying he abused women.
That was locker room talk.
And threatening he'd use his power as president to jail her for the emails.
If I win, I am going to instruct my attorney general to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Today at Pappy's, the St. Louis barbecue joint, some Trump supporters were happy, others concerned.
I'm concerned that voters who were undecided are now going to choose Hillary instead of Trump.
House Speaker Paul Ryan signaled he thinks Clinton now is sure to win, telling GOP lawmakers he won't defend Trump, focusing instead on keeping Congress Republican. Trump tweeted, "Ryan should fight illegal immigration, not the Republican nominee." I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, St. Louis.
Republicans and Democrats here in Northeast Wisconsin dissecting the debate and reacting to the fallout from House Speaker Ryan's announcement today. NBC 26's Raquel Amel is live at 6 tonight with more. Raquel.
Supporters on both sides of the aisle agree they've never seen an election quite like this one. For Trump supporters, they say the release of the Republican nominee's statements regarding grabbing women from 2005 are unacceptable, but they say they still love what he stands for. However, it's hard for them to understand the outlash from the Republican Party, especially House Speaker Paul Ryan. When it comes to last night's debate, they believe Trump won. Of course, on the Democratic side, they argue Hillary Clinton won that debate. They say she remained poised despite multiple attacks by Trump, even as he tried to throw Bill Clinton's cheating scandal at her.
First of all, Bill Clinton isn't running for president. Hillary Clinton is. And I don't think we minimize a woman by considering her somebody else's appendage.
They could have said they didn't like what he said, yet supported him. And Ryan said that he still endorses him. He's just not going to go out and campaign for him.
This country that are gonna
Political
cause-
experts say they hope to see more discussion on the issues and less arguing back and forth at the last debate. That final presidential debate is scheduled for October 19th at 8 o'clock. Keeping you connected, Raquel Lamel, NBC 26.
Donald Trump's campaign says he is planning to reschedule his visit to Wisconsin. You'll recall his Saturday stop at Fall Fest in Elkhorn was canceled. The same day video surfaced from 2005 of Trump making those lewd comments about women. No date or location has been announced for Trump's next visit to the Badger State. Today, Chelsea Clinton campaigned for her mother in Racine. She spoke about what's at stake in this election and urged people to take advantage of Wisconsin's early voting. And with just 28 days until Election Day, visit NBC26.com to get the latest information on the races as the candidates vie for your vote.
Well, it was an absolutely beautiful day across northeast Wisconsin. We had 100% possible sunshine up until about 15 or 20 minutes ago. We had gusty southerly winds and warm temperatures, most of us getting up into the 70s. In fact, at 5 o'clock, it was 70 in Green Bay. Now at 6, it has dropped 7 degrees back down to 63, although we're still holding on to 70 in Superior. Your evening planner calls for those clouds that are now pushing in from the south and west to increase and thicken up throughout the nighttime hours, and those clouds will act like a blanket. So tonight's going to be much, much warmer than the last several nights. Instead of lows in the 30s, we'll have lows in the 50s. Stacy?
Thank you, Cameron. An investigation underway tonight into the death of a 20-year-old in Oshkosh. Police asking anyone who helped the man yesterday at 3 a.m. on Wisconsin Street and Pearl Avenue to contact them. A pickup truck hits a 16-year-old student as she crosses South Chicago Street near De Pere High School. The girl was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries this morning. The 32-year-old woman driving the truck was not hurt. Investigators do not believe alcohol or speed are factors in that accident. New developments tonight. This Manitowoc doctor accused of overprescribing painkillers now facing a lawsuit along with the hospital that filled his prescriptions. The suit filed last Tuesday lists 9 plaintiffs, including 4 patients who have died. NBC 26's Billy Wagner is live in Manitowoc now with more on this lawsuit. Billy?
Yeah, Stacey, the lawsuit is seeking compensation for court costs and damages, but attorneys behind it say they're also seeking justice for their clients, and they stand firmly behind these claims. Now, the suit claims Dr. Simon's practice of prescribing narcotic painkillers like opiates led to the deaths of 4 patients. It also alleges Dr. Simon was aware that his overprescriptions would end up on the streets of Manitowoc. You'll remember back in June, Simon was charged with 19 federal drug charges, each carrying a 20-year prison sentence. He's pleaded not guilty and a trial date has not been set. The lawsuit also lists Holy Family Memorial Hospital Pharmacy, which filled the prescriptions, as a defendant, and today the company's president defending its 117 years of service in a statement saying, quote, "Our hospital and employees are committed to providing compassionate care to all those we serve. We believe this does not overshadow all of the other incredible work we do and the care we provide. Our focus remains on helping patients and serving the community." Simon, meanwhile, was fired from the hospital last November and is suspended from practicing medicine. Reporting live in Manitowoc, keeping you connected. Billy Wagner, NBC 26.
Thank you, Billy. A Stoughton, Wisconsin man stabbed 7 times while trying to protect his Minnesota Vikings yard decoration from vandalism. WISC television reports a 21-year-old man began damaging the inflatable with a box cutter, and when the owner confronted him, the suspect attacked him. That man is now in jail. The victim is out of the hospital tonight and back home recovering. Green Bay police say they arrested more people than usual at the Packers-Giants game. Officers arrested 13 people at Lambeau Field last night, and 15 were ejected from the game for misconduct violations. Police say they usually see more problems during Sunday night games because fans are drinking alcohol for a longer period of time. On the field, the Packers' offensive line and defense were dominant as Green Bay topped the New York Giants 23-16. The Packers moving to 3-1 on the season. NBC 26's Andy McDonald is live at 6 now with more. Andy?
Thanks, Stacey. It was a Packers win that only a mother could love. Spotty offense, solid defense, and what matters most, a win as Green Bay earned the 23-16 victory over the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Outside of the opening drive, the Packers offense was on and off the rest of the night. Aaron Rodgers was picked off twice, but also threw a pair of touchdowns, including this one to Jordy Nelson. But it was a defense that was able to fend off another comeback. Green Bay stopped the run, and a few young players continue to step up. It's not a pretty formula, but it works.
It's been ugly at times, but we'll take it. You know, it's tough to win in this league. We feel good about the yardage and the third down percentage, but you know, we'd like to score a few more points there to help our defense out when they're playing so well.
And coming up later in sports, this Packers defense might be needing a nickname if they keep up a historic pace. But for now, back to you, Stacey.
Thanks, Sandy. Need a flu shot? There's a free clinic coming up that's all about keeping you healthy. Plus, celebrating the end of another I-41 reconstruction project where your drive just got easier.
NBC 26 Live at 6 with Stacey Engebretson, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland, and Sports Director Charlie Sakaitis. This is NBC 26 Live at 6, keeping you connected.
We discovered Community First does look out for our best interests.
Community First seems to really take an interest in me as a person.
We're all more important to them than that bottom line.
Discover how Community First looks out for your best interests.
Every journey starts somewhere. Have the power of a 395 horsepower Hemi V8 to finish it. With America's longest lasting pickups, you always hit the ground running. And with a coil link rear suspension, keep the ground from hitting back, so you can cover a whole lot more of it. Get the power of lasting performance now during Ram Power Days. Get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $10,300 in savings on select Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab models in dealer stock.
It's Rolling Over Wisconsin, a special interest agenda with ideas Dan Fine supported. A plan that soaks seniors. Huge tax breaks to corporations and the wealthy, paid for by cutting Medicare. 65 and 66-year-olds are denied Medicare entirely. All seniors lose guaranteed coverage, pay more out of pocket, forced to negotiate with insurance companies. Tell Dan Fine to drop his extreme ideas that will soak Wisconsin seniors.
With the money I saved bringing my mortgage to Community First, I can retire sooner.
Community First definitely is out there trying to save people money in the community. They're trying to help folks.
Discover how much money you can save. Bring your loans to Community First Credit Union.
Covering Wisconsin weather for 21 years, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland.
After a cool weekend, we had a big warm-up today. Temperatures running 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what we saw on Sunday. So instead of highs in the 50s, we had highs in the 70s. And tomorrow, more 70s are on the way. Let's take a look at your 7-day temperature trend. We're going to see highs mainly in the lower 70s. A cold front moves through on Wednesday. Morning highs in the 60s, then falling into the 50s and possibly the 40s as we head towards evening. By Thursday, high temps will only be in the lower to mid 50s. Right now, we are looking at quickly falling temperatures across the area. After widespread 70s away from Lake Michigan, we now have 60s. Still holding on to 69 degrees in Watoma, and we're looking at 64 degrees in Oshkosh. Currently in Appleton, we have mostly clear skies. The temperature is 64, but clouds are increasing from the south and west now. You can see we now have increasing cloudiness in Green Bay. Just a little bit of the setting sun there. 63 degrees with southeast winds right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it was another warm day. 8 of the first 10 days this month have been above normal, and you can see a large area across the central part of the country had above normal high temperatures today. We have a warm front that is moving away from Wisconsin. Meanwhile, we've got a cold front that is approaching Wisconsin. That'll be here on Wednesday. In between, however, we have this upper level system across Iowa and Missouri, and that will rotate across the state later on tonight into tomorrow morning. That's why we're seeing the increasing and thickening clouds right now, and that's why we will see a chance for some rain as we head into tomorrow morning. You can see a large area of scattered showers here covering most of Iowa down down into Missouri, and you can see from the radar loop that it is moving north and east. So here's a look at Precision Cast showing those rain showers across Iowa, moving into Wisconsin later on tonight. By tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, look for cloudy skies, and we will have some pockets of rain or showers across the area. The clouds will linger until about noon or so. Then that system will move off to the north, and we'll break into some sunshine, and with a gusty southerly wind once again tomorrow, just like we saw today, we will see well above normal high temperatures away from Lake Michigan. Most spots will be in the 70s. So far this month, we have already had 5 days with high temps in the 70s. Back in October 2014 and 2015 combined, we only had 2 days, so we are running well above normal. But things are going to change. There is a ton of cold air now building across central and northern Canada, and that cold air will eventually kill any chance of 70s as we head deeper through the month. All right, your forecast for tonight calls for cloudy skies or turning cloudy, depending on where you're watching right now. It's going to be much warmer tonight. Those clouds will act like a blanket. No frost tonight. Lows will be in the 50s. Tomorrow morning, clouds and a few showers. Then we'll break into sunshine as we head into the afternoon with a gusty southerly wind. High temps will be in the lower 70s. A cold front on Wednesday means a good chance for rain showers. Morning highs in the 60s and then quickly falling during the afternoon with gusty northwest winds. 50s on Thursday with sunshine. It looks like a widespread frost or freeze once again possible across the area Friday morning. Upper 50s, and then we warm back up again as we move through the weekend into next week. We're going to be looking at high temperatures once again running 10, 15, maybe 20 degrees above normal for this time of year.
Yeah, to look at the calendar here, it is October 10th, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Says so right there.
Yeah, that's incredible. You just had a nice stretch of weather.
Oh, it's been beautiful so far this month.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Cameron. A local police department welcoming new